Welcome to the show, Talk About It podcast. I'm Megan.
I'm Reyna.
So what are we talking about today?
We're talking about bodily functions, y'all. And before we get into it, Megan already cracked her fucking claw.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
But I'm gonna crack my baby. Woo! All right, cracking claws.
There we go. This is definitely not because we cracked the claws when we thought we were recording and we weren't.
It's because we have 3 claws already. This is what happens, y'all, when you forget to hit record. Anyway, welcome to episode 4. This one's a fun one.
This one's kind of a fun one, a silly one, maybe kind of a gross one.
Gross
is relative, I
it
guess.
is all relative,
Yeah.
for sure. So, yeah, I mean, the first episode, or not the first episode, the first part of this
Series.
yes,
Body series.
body series, we talked about body image and what it looks like on the outside.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And now we are going to be talking about what comes out of our bodies, y'all.
Yeah, and just like there's plenty of body image shame to go around, there's plenty of shame put on us about the just normal functions that our bodies do, right?
Yeah, which is insane, which kind of plays into the whole period piece because that's one of the most natural things that happens, and there's shame about that. And then, you know, we all know there's shame that round shit shame. Should I call it shit shame?
Yeah, stop shit shaming us. Or we need to stop, some of us need to stop shit shaming ourselves, I guess.
Yes. I mean, everyone fucking shits. That is the most universal thing of all human beings.
Yeah, we all share it. Isn't there even a book for little kids called Everyone Poops?
Oh, it sounds familiar.
Like for when you're like potty training your kid.
Oh, that
I
sounds
don't know.
really familiar. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And yet there's so much like, shh, don't talk about shitting. Don't say anything if you just fucking shit in the bathroom, even though we can smell it, you know, but
Well, especially for women too, I would
Yes.
say, because I don't know,
especially for women, yes.
Yeah, I don't know if dudes have to like feel that. Like I have a friend who he used to be so proud of his poops, he would like take pictures of them and text them to his other friends.
Yeah.
Like I don't know any woman who would ever do that because we're not supposed to digest our food and push the excess out of our bodies. That makes us gross. For some reason, I don't know. Like,
I don't know why or when this all started. Maybe we should have done a history lesson, but
we didn't. What is even the search term for that? Like the history of shit shame? That's not a thing.
But it is a thing. When did it start? Fuck. But anyway, I'm sure I'm sure everybody has a fucking shit story. I'm sure a lot of people can fucking relate to this. And hopefully after this episode, you will shit with pride and fucking, you know, not give a fuck.
Even just the thought of, oh my God, I can't go poop if another person is in my house.
What?
I just can't. It's so hard. Like I have to, if I absolutely have to, then all of a sudden I like randomly need to take a shower in the middle of the day.
Do you keep the water running?
Yeah, I like take a shower.
Oh, you do take a shower?
Yeah, like just,
what?
I mean, even like my brother was staying with me somewhat recently for a month, and even then I was like, I can't go. He's in my house. It's just my little brother.
Your brother?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I don't know what my issue is, except I just feel embarrassed.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people relate. I mean, I can, because me and my partner have been together fucking 16 years, and I still run the water when I go in there.
Yeah.
So you can't hear the little shits coming out or hitting the toilet. Like, I would die if he heard me shit. Even though I have no problem saying I need to go take a shit, you know, or my stomach hurts, but he already knows this. Don't fucking go in there. Don't go in there. Better not go in there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's still a thing, and I don't know how to fucking shake that, you know. Hopefully, with talking about it more.
Yeah, I don't know. I have another friend who, similar to me, she cannot shit if someone else is in the house, and like she was in a long relationship with someone where like literally she would just leave to go to the bathroom and then come back. I couldn't do it.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I mean,
let us know if any of you have that.
Yeah, and I mean, or any ideas of how we can like cut this shit out. You know? Because it is, I'm still working on it. But I will tell you, I have no problem about talking about shit. I have no problem with like mentioning, I used to, okay, I'm gonna be honest, I used to be really shy and oh my gosh, but you know what, I have to fucking take a shit or my stomach hurts, you know, I always like, I used to have bad stomach problems because of anxiety, y'all, fucking episode 2, and my first thing I would do is like, everybody knows I would, where's the bathroom? I had to know where the fucking bathroom is just in case I had to run to the bathroom to take a shit, because I always, that was like one of my ailments that I had was like...
Your biggest fear is shitting your pants.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, I don't have that fear as much anymore with medication, but I was so scared always of shitting my pants. I have never shit my pants, and I don't know why I'm scared of it.
Remember even when I was first getting to know you and you were doing a show in Hood River. Reyna is a singer, was in a band, Manimalhouse. They actually do our intro. Thanks, guys. Yeah. And so we were all going to go out to see your show, and you were so anxious about the car ride. Like, what if I have to poop? What if I have to poop?
Yeah.
And I was like, this cannot be real. Like, if she has to poop, we'll just pull over.
Well, there were no bathrooms.
You were so worried.
I was always scared.
You were so scared.
On that car ride, I was always scared because it's like an hour from Portland to Hood River, and there's like no bathrooms along the way. And I would, right when we go past Troutdale, I'd automatically just start sweating. And my stomach would hurt, and I'm like, no! What if I have to go? What if I have to go? And so this is what I did, y'all. I would put my fucking hand on the cold window. That's how, like, it would calm me down, or out the window.
Well, that's a smart trick.
Yeah,
That's
it's
really
weird,
smart.
but like the cold wind or the cold from the window, like, calmed down my anxiety. I think that's what it was. I know for sure that's anxiety because I don't have that fear anymore about having to shit everywhere. And now I just, you know, if I gotta go, I gotta go. Like, I don't have to worry. Like, fuck, I'll just fucking shit in the woods. I mean, what the fuck? How horrible could it be?
Have you ever shit in the woods?
I mean, yes, I have. And, you know, it's not the best situation, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
You shit in the woods, Megan?
No, I can't. I mean, I have the opposite problem where I'm constantly worried, like, what if I can't poop?
Oh.
Like, when we go on our girls camping trips and stuff, like, no, nothing's coming out.
Oh, really?
Until I'm home.
You're
Or
lucky
when I
with that,
travel.
because I'm like, fuck,
No,
I have
it's
to use that gross bathroom.
It's horrible, actually. Like, really.
Does it hurt?
It just, like, causes huge digestive problems. I've started taking these new probiotics to try to help with it. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
the
definitely.
butthole is closed for business if I'm not, like, in my home.
How does, even when you drink and shit, like, you don't, it doesn't make you shit the next day?
Not really. If I'm not at home, like if I'm traveling or anything.
So you have the opposite. Like, usually there's traveler's diarrhea, but
Yeah.
you have traveler's constipation.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's gnarly. Or if I'm like going through something really hard emotionally, like closed for business. Cannot use the bathroom.
Yeah,
It
so
sucks.
your body responds in a whole different way than how my body responds.
Yeah, it's
which
like
is very interesting.
Like, yeah, I'm just like, am I just like shutting down? I don't know what it's about. I know it's connected to the way that like stress impacts gut health. But,
yeah, and the way it impacts me is like diarrhea. You know, like, move the fuck over, I gotta go. So yeah, so I started just like talking about shit, and so I will fucking say, if we ever meet at a fucking party, if we go out again, right after COVID,
we ever leave the house.
we meet at a bar, we meet at a fucking party or whatever, like, if I have to shit, or if I talk about shit, that person who can also meet me there and talk about shit, I mean, we're fucking friends, y'all. That is my icebreaker, and that's how I know we can be friends, if you can, like, shit talk about shit. And then I'm like, oh, you're comfortable with me, I'm comfortable with you! Yay!
That's a fun test. That's a fun test.
Well, you know, gotta break down those walls, y'all.
Yeah.
So any shit stories you want to share?
God, I'm so weird about pooping. This is like exposure therapy for me.
Yeah.
What about you? Maybe you can like ease me in.
Okay, I'll
go
ease
first.
you in because this
is
is so
apparently your
fucking-
favorite topic.
I mean, there ain't no shame in in this, but I am guilty of it. I still get embarrassed. Like, it is a fucking, I just don't feel like,
Yeah.
it's still a thing. I'm gonna be real. But it was this fucking time where remember when we used to go to the mall and stuff, and go to the stores. But I went with me and my sister were shopping at Macy's, and then I fucking had to take a shit, and I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go. And and there was a line for the bath. I hate when there's a line and there's multiple stalls. Like, that is my worst nightmare. I hate stalls. I'd rather have my own bathroom where I can shit. So anyways, multiple stalls, line out the door, and I'm like, fuck, I gotta go. I don't care if people are out there, I have to poo. And and I did. I had to. And then I walk out of the stall. Okay, there's still people like standing there waiting for the next stall. And this fucking lady, okay, she's this little old Asian lady, walks in this stall right after me, walks right out, and fucking starts waving the stall door. And I'm like washing my hands. I'm like, oh my god, stop it. And everybody's like lined up watching her do this. And I'm like, you are so fucking rude, lady. Just don't go in there. Just don't go in there. Oh my god, that was so embarrassing. And my sister saw it too. We were fucking cracking up. It was so funny. I mean, there's many times I hate like when you're sitting in a stall next to somebody and you always like, I don't know about you, but I always fucking like play with the toilet paper, so they can't hear me pooping.
Yes.
Flipped up the tampon thing, smack things around, make a bunch of noise so they can't hear my shit.
Or when you like go to the bathroom, like at work. First of all, every workplace I think has like the poop bathroom.
Yeah.
That you go to for that. And then when you're in there and then someone else comes in and like gets into the stall next to you, it's awkward on both. Like if I go into a stall to pee and there's a person next to me and I hear only silence. I can feel their butthole clenching up. And if they're just like, oh god damn, and they're like, I have a minute, and then you had to come in here and pee. And so like it's awkward on that side of the stall. I know, I heard that too, and you know what's going on the other side, and you're like, it's okay in there, just go. Like I wish that we could just normalize being like, it's okay, I'm not pooping today, but I have before, and it's okay if you just need to, it's fine.
It is funny when it's so quiet and they're like,
and you just see the little feet under the door just like shifting around all embarrassed.
I'm guilty of that too. I'm like,
or do you ever think if you're the pooper in that situation?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Are they gonna recognize me by my shoes? Oh. Because I think about that when I'm on that side of the stall wall. I like to. Sometimes I even pull my feet up so that they can.
Oh my god, there's obviously somebody in there.
I know, but I just don't want to be identified as the office pooper by my footwear. I don't know.
This shit is real, y'all. We could do like 5 episodes about shit, and it's like the most natural thing. You eat, you shit. Like you have to fucking shit. Like
it's a blessing. It means that your digestive system is working correctly, and it means that you are fortunate enough to eat food.
I know. Fuck, dude. It's Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. I'm still working on it, especially like I do a lot of courtesy flushes. I don't know about you, but I am a courtesy flusher. You're welcome. You're welcome. 2 or 3 or 4 of them. Sometimes it takes that much, but
there's a lot. It's gotta come out.
So that's one of my shit stories. I mean, there's many of them. I've been shitting my whole life,
Obviously. Oh my god, I'm just thinking, the only person I've ever known who would talk freely about poop is my grandma, my Grammy. And it was a joke in our family because any ailment, it would be like, Grammy, I mean, this would be more like, Grammy, my stomach hurts. Oh, have you had a BM today?
Oh,
but then it would be for anything. Like, Grammy, I have a headache. Well, maybe you need a good BM. And like, just like always talking about it. Also, BM is a funny
It
term.
is a thing.
She was a nurse, so maybe that's
that is exactly why. I think maybe that's when I started being more open about it, when I started like having to change, adult diapers or helping people out with their bedpan and stuff. I'm like, you know what? There ain't nothing to be ashamed of, and I would never shame those people, those patients. I would always feel like, fuck, dude, like, Yeah, it's good. I would always feel like, damn, you know, I wanted to be, you know, I didn't want them to feel uncomfortable or ashamed of what I was doing. And so I like put my shit aside and was like, I'm just going to help you, you know, because there's nothing to be ashamed of, you know, fuck.
Yeah.
So that's shit, which again, we could talk about for fucking hours, but there's also other bodily functions that are a thing that people are ashamed for.
So how about this one that is just, again, like the most normal thing, one of like the most normal things that our bodies grow, which is body hair.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I have lots of thoughts on body hair. So I'm a very hairy person. And like, oh my god, I wasn't allowed to shave. How old were you when you got to shave your legs?
I think I did it by myself in the bathtub, and I think I was like 11.
Yeah, same-ish. Yeah, I think I was around 10 or 11 years old. My legs were so hairy. Boys at school were making fun of them, and my mom felt that I was too young to start shaving, which now I understand. Like every other day when I'm resentfully shaving my legs, I'm like, why did I rush into that? Like, why was I so eager for this horrible task? But so I snuck my mom's razors, and I didn't even take a bath. I like shaved my leg in the sink.
Oh.
Of course, I like cut the shit out of myself, but yeah, I think it just sucks that we have to be hairless as adult women. Like, I have grown my leg hair out before, and I like it. It's so much easier
to grow it. Or you like?
I liked how
it's all aesthetic,
felt.
right?
I liked how I did like how it felt after it was grown all the way out. The growing out phase sucks because it's just itchy. Yeah. But I liked how it felt, and I liked how it looked. But then I don't know. I grew it out when I was in a relationship with somebody that was like, I actually like this a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yes, I can be so lazy. And then broke up with that person and started dating again. And then was like, I don't know, it's kind of itchy. I'm also like expected to shave. So I'm just, so now I do again. But God, I fucking hate it. I wish I could afford to just laser
it. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be really nice. Yeah, I mean, I only shave half of my legs, so just the bottom half. Well, and usually just my ankles.
Like upper thighs aren't, like, you're not that hairy.
No, not on my legs, and really not on my arms anymore. But I got a hairy fucking butthole and a hairy vagina.
I was just gonna say, what about your butthole? Yeah, no, like, you don't shave your arms? Look at it. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so hairy. But I like my arm hair. I think.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. I used to hate it because I had hair on my knuckles.
Me too. And toes.
I have hair on my toes too, but you know, I shave my toes.
Yes.
Ain't no shame in that, y'all.
Do.
Okay, I shave my toes, and I have hairy nipples. I got hair around my nipples, but I shave my nipples too. Yeah.
You don't pluck?
No.
It takes long.
No, my boobies. And I got a little hair on my navel, you know, but I shave it. But the most hair is like in my butt crack.
Your butt crack?
Yes.
Even more than like your vagina? Well, yeah, even more than your vagina?
I don't know. No, I meant like it's just like longer, I think, because I don't really shave it. I've tried it before and it just wasn't my thing.
No, the only way to really go with the butthole is waxing, I think. It's the only, it's the worst. It sucks, but it's the way to a smooth butthole.
Yeah, well, I don't care about a smooth butthole anymore. I've been with somebody for a long time. But in the fucking beginning, when we first started dating, oh my God. So there was never an issue with like men going down on me. It was never a fucking issue. I used to have a really big hairy bush, and I'd keep it clean, around
trimmed
around the sides and stuff, but like I never shaved my lips before, like never.
Yeah.
I was all hair, and there wasn't an issue or no problem. And then, but I noticed like when my partner started dating, like he wouldn't go down on me like very much. I was like, I like had to like force his head down there. I was like, can you do this? And but it was like the first week. This is like literally the first week of us dating.
Oh, okay.
And that just like set the tone. Like I just thought in my head I was super insecure that he didn't do that or whatever, didn't just automatically go there because I was hairy. I never talked to him about it. I never asked him about
You
it.
just put that together in your head.
Yes. And so I was like, oh my God. So then I went in and I fucking like used a fucking big ass shears and like
You did not.
no, not big, but I had a hairy bush. It
Dude,
was
beard
huge.
trimmer. That's what beard trimmers are.
No,
for.
oh my God, it's scary. I tried that recently and I nicked myself.
We'll come back to it.
Okay.
Continue your story.
Okay, not on your lips then. Probably not, huh?
No, on the like, I'm like blanking on my
Anatomy.
on your anatomical terms, but on the mound.
Oh
like,
yeah,
a beard
yes,
trimmer is
yes.
great.
But so anyways, I finally shaved it, and then what I ended up doing is a fucking Brazilian too, because I was like, I guess he wants me super bald. I was super insecure when we first started dating. You know, I was 24 years old or whatever, and so yeah, so then I went bald on him, but that fucking Brazilian hurt like a motherfucker.
God.
I wasn't expecting that.
How? Yeah, I'm curious
Shit.
what it was like for you.
Well, I didn't know what to expect. The worst part was like the middle part, right above your
Yeah.
lid, I guess you would call it.
Mhm.
That fucking hurt. And then she was like, okay, turn over and get on your hands and knees. I was like, what?
You didn't know what was coming.
No! I didn't know she was going to do my butthole like that.
Wax on your butt.
I was like, yeah. And then I had a little bit of hair in between like the labias, you know?
Oh.
And so she like had to use a plucker for those. I'm like, oh my God. So I literally went home that day and I got the fan out and I was like sitting with like ice on my fucking whatever, like this bikini line area with the fucking fan like blowing at me, and I'm like laying on the bed like this, and Serge walks in and I'm just like, what did I do to myself? Like, you are not having sex, dude. We are not fucking having sex.
Yeah, I actually prefer waxing. Like when I'm deciding not to have hair on my legs, I prefer to wax it off. I just haven't been able to do that since the pandemic, and you do have to grow it out, so that's kind of annoying.
It is before you
yeah.
can get waxed again, which I was like, okay, I did Brazilian maybe twice, and I was like, no, fuck this shit.
Well, it's too painful. It's so
too painful, and I'm like, fuck it, dude, it's not worth it. And okay, let me just finish my story.
Did you and your partner ever talk?
We never even talked about it until like literally maybe 2 years ago, maybe 2 years ago.
Oh my God.
And he was like, what? That's not why. And I was like, he's like, I never not wanted to go down on you. I was like, really? Because I know you did, because I was super hairy. And he was like, no, it wasn't even a thing. It wasn't even a thing. He did it, and he was like, what? I don't even remember, and I don't even remember thinking that. And I was just like, oh, well, that's the fucking shit I put in my head, because the body hair shame.
Yeah.
Because all the fucking porn that you were watching, none of those bitches had hairy vaginas.
I mean, that was the trend, but also I do find it super disturbing that there is this idea of like, I find it disturbing that there's beauty standards for our fucking vaginas, first of all. And then that it would look, that it would need to be hairless and smooth.
Oh, like
That's disgusting to me.
Grosses me out.
And like, I will not do it. Beard trimmer is great. I remember when I got out of a long relationship and started dating again, I was like, I wonder, what are we doing with our pubes these days, ladies? But I'm keeping mine. And there was only one person who made a comment, and I was like, yeah, how old was I then? I was like, I'm a 35-year-old woman and not a child.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay. And I was like, I can't believe that in the year 2019.
They made a comment about your fucking hair.
Just that it was there, not in a
oh my God, how dare it be there.
Not in a like, oh, I'm grossed out by this way.
Just like oh, you have hair.
Like surprised. Which then I was like, okay, what are we doing with our pubes these days? What are we doing? Like, let us know.
What is the thing, y'all? I mean,
know.
is it still like the landing strip thing?
I have a bit more than that. Actually, like, my dream would be, like, my dream bush is just like a magnificent like 70s porn bush.
But the whole thing, even your labia.
No.
Oh,
but just
see,
like,
that's the thing, is my labias are hairy.
Everyone's are.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You just gotta wax it or shave it. But
yeah.
But no, I've tried to grow it. I can't. I'm like borderline. Wish I feel like I should just order a Workin just to see what it would look like.
What about your butthole though?
Oh yeah.
It's hairy too.
Gotta wax it, or since I can't these days.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I keep mine shit like I try to shave it, but then
Everyone's
it's like,
is
I don't
hairy.
know. It kind of like I have to like do, like get all up in there, or like what's the best like
It
way
does-
to shave it? You got to open up your
I'll
butt
show you
crack and
later.
like. Okay. You want to tell them? Okay, everybody.
Okay,
let's
but we
take
have-
a poll,
we-
y'all.
yeah.
Who has a hairy butthole? And be real. Be real. I do.
Every
I
human
do.
being, every adult human
I'm pretty
being.
sure everybody fucking does, except for
Apparently, one of our friends does not.
apparently. Apparently.
So they say.
So they say. We were all fucking camping, and that was like a thing. We were talking about our hairy buttholes. We have a girls' camping trip every year. It's a tradition. And there was this one girl on there who claimed she didn't have a hairy butthole. And all of us were just like, what?
There's no way that's true.
And that was like a thing all weekend, was like shining a flashlight. Show us your butthole! Show us your butthole!
Wait, to be clear, we did not hold our friend down and
No.
shine a flashlight on her beehole.
No, it
a
was
joke.
just a joke,
Yeah.
but she wouldn't show us her butthole, which is fine.
Well-
but she has a miracle there. She doesn't even know.
I know, lucky lady.
I
Well,
don't believe it though.
so yeah, we'll be probably taking a poll on this, but let's go from back to front, because any episode about what our bodies do or bodily functions would be incomplete without talking about vaginas.
oh yeah,
They do a lot of things. I mean, personally, I feel like the vagina is like God's greatest gift to humankind.
I mean, it really is. It's a miracle.
And also, like, yeah, just like a lot of stuff happens there. It's really easy to upset the balance. It's really easy to upset the pH balance, and
Yeah, a lot of things come out of
have
there.
awkward stuff that, again, women are fucking shamed for constantly.
Yeah,
Like this whole
yeah.
concept of like a smelly vagina or fish smell or whatever. Which,
I
like,
know.
Nobody's
Come
vagina
on.
smells like fish
Come
unless
on.
they're ill. Unless
No,
there's an
and
infection.
who says that? Just really insecure motherfuckers usually say
I know.
that.
Like gross boys in high school, but I'm just saying, like, yeah.
Or even women sometimes, you know? Just
Yeah.
like, come on, you guys. I mean, I will have to say the women's restroom fucking always smells like shit and fish. I don't know what it is.
I think it's just people throwing away their pads and tampons.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because it gets thrown away and then it just sits there. It's a fucking biohazard.
I know,
Just sitting
that's
there.
gross.
Yeah, it's
I'm sorry.
gnarly.
I'm not mean to shame, but
You're not period shaming. The
I'm not
smell
period
of old
shaming.
blood
It's
is gross.
just the like, I don't know. I am guilty of not throwing my tampons in the bag thing.
Right, you're a flusher.
I'm a flusher. I never even knew you weren't supposed to flush. I always thought when that says don't flush sanitary fucking shit, I thought that meant pads.
I was flushing the pads.
I don't know. But I was like, duh, I'm not gonna flush my pad, you know? But I always flush tampons, always. But yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, we did a period piece, and you know, there's multiple things that come out of our vaginas, not just blood, you know, and blood clots and everything like that, but there's also some goop.
Yeah,
some goopy
there's
goop.
discharge, which is totally normal. Which
Oh,
I
totally.
actually wish that like we had learned that in health class, that there's just like natural discharge that's normal, and you only
know,
need
they
to be
don't talk
worried
about
if there's
that.
a smell or if it's a weird color.
Right.
Because I just remember as a like younger kid, as a teenager, thinking that I was like uniquely disgusting, when really it's like, then this is just like a normal thing that your body does, and like if here's the time here, like in these circumstances with these smells and this color, you should be concerned,
Right. They
instead
didn't
of just
talk
like, I'm
about that.
disgusting.
I know.
Oh.
And actually, one of my friends, that just reminded me, one of my friends thought she had her period because she had white stuff in her underwear.
Aw,
I know.
honey, no.
I'm like, it's not white.
like maybe it was just normal discharge. Maybe
It
you
was
had a yeast
discharge.
infection, like
It
that's-
was discharge. And
Yeah.
you know, your discharge goes through its phases.
It goes
you
with your
know?
cycle, right?
Yeah,
Is
I
that-
mean, it's
yeah.
all about fucking ovulation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like getting pregnant. Everything is about fucking having a baby, or like priming your fucking pussy, vagina for, you know, the best, you know, environment. So yeah, so you'll have like super wet discharge, or like runny, and then it'll get goopy, like fucking, like, you know,
What is that noise you just made? Oh my god.
well, you know, like stringy and like,
Yes,
well,
it was-
sometimes they say egg whites, you know, and that's supposed to be good for like when you're like
No, just
trying
that.
to get pregnant.
The noise you just made sounds exactly how it looks, and so that was just like,
For the people listening, y'all. For the people
Perfect.
listening. I'm an actor, don't you know?
Yeah.
So there's all sorts of discharge that you can have. And what gets me is like, I've never been like, when people don't wear underwear, I'm like, how do you not wear underwear? I don't know. I'm always scared that I'd have like a wet mark on everything, you know, just slugging around.
Like for some reason, when I was 17 of all ages, I decided no more underwear for me. But yeah, I mean, changed my mind because of that.
Yeah, because the goopy stuff.
Yeah, I'm so grateful for WAP. Like, to just have a whole song celebrating
wet
the fact,
ass pussy.
yeah, that like your pussy should be wet and that's a good thing, and that it's not gross.
It's so not gross. It's not gross, and
Yeah.
sometimes I get like, oh my god, am I too wet for you?
Yeah,
or
I
is
think
it
that
gross?
sometimes too, but I
Like, sorry.
my opinion on like either side of the equation is like that's a good thing. Like it's a compliment.
Yes, it is. And you know, there are times of the month where you aren't as wet, which is nice. I feel like usually right after my period I go like a week for like a dry spell.
Yeah.
It's like horrible. But then your body starts going again. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with it. It's totally normal. But let's talk about like something that we used to probably do, douches.
Douching. Yeah, I was just gonna bring that up because I've gotten actually like super into like vaginal health. Like I did steam a few weeks ago. It was amazing. I've been doing them at home.
What kind of steam?
A vagina steam.
Well, for the people at home listening, what is a vaginal steam?
Well, I went to a place for this and then learned all the herbs and stuff that she put in, and now I can do it at home.
Okay.
But basically, like the person who is facilitating it for you, I don't even know the right word. Talk about like different issues that you've had. Like I used to get like chronic UTIs. It's not very hard for my like balance to get upset. Like it's just a sensitive body part for me. So talked about some of those things, and she came up with like the right blend of like herbs basically. And then you put them in, I don't know,
hot water?
Like I was gonna say a bucket. It was a bowl, and then pour hot water on it, and you just sit over it with a towel on your lap and just let the steam go up into you. It was.
Do you have to open your labias at all?
I mean, I wasn't sitting there like spreading myself open. There's like a special chair that you sit in, and then like the water's underneath.
Does it open you up? I'm just wondering because usually we're like pretty close.
It's kind of like it's
weird that we always walk around with a hole in us.
Yeah, I mean you like put your legs open and
like a spread eagle kind of
like the way that the chair is almost just like sort of like naturally like
opens you up
a little bit more. Like you're not sitting there with your legs crossed or anything.
Yeah.
It was extremely pleasant. I loved it.
How long do you have to sit there for?
I think it was like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I bought some stuff so I can do it at home. Nice. It's just a way of like taking care of myself.
Yeah.
That's like safe.
Yeah, not a douche.
What a douche.
A fucking douche.
Douching is so bad for you, everybody. Like if you
I haven't douched since I was a teenager.
There's no reason to do it. You do not need to wash your pussy with anything but the same soap you use on the rest of your body.
Yeah, definitely don't need to insert anything
no,
and like flush you out.
The steaming thing is way more about just like rebalancing, and there's a whole like restorative after trauma component to it as well.
Yeah.
But no, like if there's something going on where you feel like you need to douche or do some special hygiene, go to the doctor because your vagina, when it's healthy, doesn't need anything besides normal soap and water. And if there's a smell or something that you're concerned about, that's a sign that you have a totally normal infection that every woman is probably have a yeast infection. Maybe you have BV, things that like every woman gets, and you shouldn't be embarrassed. So just go to the doctor. Do not douche. It's so bad for you. Having said that, we both are victims of douches.
Yeah.
In multiple senses.
The
but
douches
I mean, that's
have gone awry.
Yeah. Like literally. So you're used to, right?
When I was like a teenager, I mean like 16, 17, only because I thought that was what we were supposed to do, you know?
Like
and I was a very sexual adolescent, you know. I loved having sex when I was I still love having sex, y'all, but you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, Anyways, so yeah, I just thought I was getting ready for my boyfriend at the time, and thought I would douche, and I'm like, there's just like water coming out, flushing,
God,
and then
so many layers.
and
to
then
that.
I just, I know it's horrible, and then we had sex that night, and I remember like some of the water must have got trapped up in there because that fucking shit just came pouring out, and I'm like, oh
my God.
I wonder if he notices how wet like everything is. Like I
He was
knew.
probably just like, I'm the man.
I knew it wasn't me. You know the difference between like when your body releases like water, and I was like, oh fuck. And then like 2 weeks later, like he hit me up and he was just like, oh, it's not you, but I had to go to the doctor because like I had some infection, but don't worry, I know I didn't get it from you because only guys usually get it like in the shower if they're like with soap and whatever. And I was just like, it was my douche.
And you're like, I injected soap into you. I just think like the whole concept of like oh my God, like the Summer's Eve commercials are like smell like a Summer's Eve. No, I want pussy to smell like pussy.
Yeah, and Summer's Eve smells like old lady.
Yeah, it's just
it's like musky.
It's a
horrible
industry built on
I used to use
shaming
Summer's
our
Eve
bodies.
too when I was younger, and then my boyfriend at the time had like a reaction to it. And he had a fucking red all over his face. I was like, oh no.
No.
I was like, what am I doing? Stop it, Reyna. You don't smell. You don't smell.
You don't. Like, I don't know. I think that like a healthy, like well-balanced vagina smells good. It
smells
and
sweet.
it just
I think
shouldn't,
it's sweet smell.
it shouldn't smell like fucking old lady soap.
Like musty or
Oh my
musky,
God.
whatever the fucking word is. Oh my God.
The
I
only
can smell it now.
it's
So
so
gross.
just buying into like just the idea that like the female anatomy is like disgusting and dirty.
No, it's not.
It's not. Whatever.
No.
I don't know. The only time I ever douched, I gave myself BV as a result. How do you say bacterial? How do you say it?
Vaginosis.
Vaginosis. I always say it wrong because I had, I'd never douched before, and I was 31 years old, so I really should have known better. But I had a yeast infection. Whatever, it's just a thing that happens. Like I feel even embarrassed saying that after I just went on a rant about it's normal. Everybody gets them. Go to the doctor.
I mean, it's normal to be like feel a certain type of way.
Yeah, because it's uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So and I didn't have a primary care doctor, and I didn't know where to go to. Just there's like a pill you can just take that gets rid of them really fast. But I didn't have access to that, so I just got like Monistat. And Monistat is a cream. It's really gross and goopy. Whatever.
You put it in your vagina.
Used it, but then I was like, oh, but I kind of want to have sex tonight. Maybe I can like clear out the medicine and the yeast infection if I just douche it out. And then I did, and then it was a horrifying mess. I did not have sex. I was like, okay, every decision I've made today was the wrong decision. Like this is all bad. And then wound up with BV. Like just gave myself. I didn't even get to get it the fun
flushed
way.
everything in there even further. And,
yeah, exactly. So, and that's the thing that's really dangerous. Like if there is any bacteria or anything,
it
like,
needs to come out.
And you're just like flushing it in further. So not douche.
Don't
but
douche,
vaginal
y'all.
steams. I'm
that's
into
totally
it. Talk to your
fine.
doctor or whatever. I don't know, but I look it up. I think it's great. I think they're great.
I want to
It's
try
very
it.
It's very healing.
Do it. Yes.
Yeah, it's like it's like connecting to a powerful part of yourself. I feel. I like it.
I like it.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is a fun fucking episode.
Yeah.
For, like talking about things that we're not supposed to be talking about, y'all. You know, but we are.
But I'm also like get anybody that like shares our anatomy in a room with a few White Claws, and like we do talk about this all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it fucking, and it feels so good to talk about it. You're like, oh my God,
yes. Like our women's camping trips.
You too.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like our camping trips are always so raunchy because it's just like, oh my God, like I finally can just like unfettered talk about my vagina and associated functions.
I mean, we get so comfortable, y'all, that one of our friends, literally, we were all sitting around the fire, and she was on her period, and she she reached out and fucking took her fucking tampon out and fucking threw it in the fire. And we're
Waved,
like, yeah.
Waved it over her head, and then we're all just like
We're like, woman,
chanting and like howling. We felt so free. I think it says something that like we needed to go out into the woods to like feel
we were
connected back to ourselves and our bodies,
Totally.
and like a sense of freedom.
Yes, because
the patriarchy.
It's all in your fucking mind. Like, this is all normal. Our bodies are completely normal. What they do, how they function, they're gonna do what they're doing, and then it's up to your own mind to make up stories about how wrong it is or how right it, whatever. So I choose. We need to like start a movement, you know.
Yes, I agree. So I don't know. I think so. My pearl of wisdom might be poop when you need to, do whatever you want with your fucking body hair, and steam your vagina.
No, I like it. Those are some great pearls.
Tips. Yeah.
I'll do a little pearl of wisdom of just like, accept it all, y'all. You know, like your body does amazing fucking things, and there's nothing wrong with any of it. And we need to like flip the script, y'all. We need to change the narrative. There, you know, because our children, like I have children. Sorry,
the children of the world.
The children of the world. I mean, we just need, generations to come. I feel like a song should be playing right now, like patriotic song.
Okay, we're losing it. Wait, bring it back. Bring it back. The children of the world.
I mean, they should not be ashamed of their bodies or what comes out of their bodies. Like, we are teaching them to, like, to be potty trained or whatever. Like, all the things. Like, I just feel like if we can just start being open, like, just, I ask you to share your stories with us, okay? I ask you to share a funny shit story, a funny fucking vagina story, it's not even, whatever. If you think it's funny, embarrassing, I would love to hear it. We would love to hear it.
It's cathartic. Trust us, it's cathartic.
Yes, we shared some of our shit with you, so
yep,
it's only fair.
Okay, well, so speaking of hearing your stories, we want you to tell us your stories. You can find us on Instagram at sh_don't_talk_podcast. And you can email us at info@shdon'ttalk.com.
Yes, and the sh is with 3 H's, so SHHH
in every instance.
So
thanks for exploring body shame with us these last 2 weeks. It's been really freeing and really fun to get to talk about.
It's like therapeutic for me.
I think so too.
And
totally.
I'm gonna like go take a shit right now.
At my house?
I mean, ain't no
shame,
right, baby.
You know what? We're doing some trauma exposure therapy.
And I'm gonna let you hear it. I don't think I'm gonna run the water.
Okay. All right. Well, Reyna and I have now reached a new level in our friendship that we're going to go explore. In the meantime, you can rate, review, and subscribe. Show us the love we're showing you, and we will see you next
time. I mean, what is our next episode about? Sex, y'all. All right. Now you know a little bit about what's going on down there. So
we're going to talk about other stuff that's gone on down there.
Yes, so stay tuned for
tuned.
our sex episode next week. Thank you guys. We love you. See ya. All right.
Hey, cute. I like that. You can take a shit if you.
No, I.